10 signs that aliens could exist. But first, thanks for leaving us this comment with your suggestion on our time travel video. We hope this is what you were looking for, even though it's only 10. Leave us your comment on why you think alien life could be out there, and maybe we'll feature you in an upcoming video. Number 10. The vastness of the universe. Our existence on Earth is completely minuscule when you take a look on how insanely massive our universe is. Planet Earth revolves around the Sun, which is a star. There is over 100 billion solar masses in our galaxy alone, containing anywhere from 200 to 400 billion planets. Is planet Earth so unique that life couldn't exist in our universe, let alone these hundreds of billions of planets in our galaxy? The Hubble telescope has revealed there is an estimated 200 billion galaxies from what they can see so far. Even if there isn't life on this galaxy, couldn't there at least be one other planet out there in the final frontier suitable for extraterrestrial life? Number 9. Earth-like planets. The possibility of Earth-like qualities in our universe seems quite overwhelming. While we certainly don't own the technology to make it to any of these planets, with advancing technology we have spotted Earth-like planets in the final frontier. While many gas giants like Jupiter and Saturn have been spotted, there have also been dozens of planets just like Earth. Many of these are located within what's known as the Goldilocks zones, which means it's not too hot in that part of the solar system, yet not too cold for liquid water. Astronomers are now looking for this more than ever, and have listed 104 planets sharing similar qualities to Earth to the point where they could sustain carbon life forms. The star K272, located in the constellation of Aquarius, hosts 4 known planets, with 2 living within the Goldilocks zones. And this is just one of many examples. Number 8. Extremophiles. Even if we weren't able to find a planet exactly like Earth, even though we pretty much have, who's to say that other organisms couldn't exist in different environments on different planets that we wouldn't expect? Extremophiles are basically microorganisms that appear to survive and even thrive in places that we might consider to be impossible to survive. One bacteria that's able to survive in Rio Tinto, Spain, feeds on iron and sulfide minerals to survive. With scientists having evidence of liquid water being on Mars and on Jupiter's moon of Europa, even if the water contains these elements, the microorganisms could be able to survive. Plus, we've seen microorganisms survive extremely harsh conditions. For example, thermal vents at the bottom of the ocean, where temperatures can reach over 750 degrees Fahrenheit. Other organisms that live on the bottom of the ocean survive an enormous amount of pressure from all the water above. Number 7. Unexplainable ancient evidence. If you've seen enough of our videos, you probably start to realize that human civilizations did not possess the extremely advanced technology to create some unexplainable monuments. These structures just weren't simply built by themselves. Mainstream historians attempt to make an explanation on how humans could have built such insane structures on their own. The granite stones in the King's Chamber in the Great Pyramid weighs up to 80 tons, and somehow they were transported over 500 miles without the help of the wheel or metal tools. All this was done with sleds and ramps, right? The pyramids are also lined up perfectly with the constellation of Orion. We could really go on and on about this topic, but the more you look into it, there seems to be hundreds of different unexplainable ancient artifacts. Seems like there had to have been some interaction with extraterrestrial beings with advanced technology to help them out. Number 6. Government cover-ups. If there's anyone out there who knows the truth, it would most likely be our government agencies, such as the FBI, CIA, and of course, NASA. The government knows that complete disclosure of aliens would possibly cause the entire public to lose their minds. During the 1950s and 60s, the CIA kept a large amount of secret documents on the subject of UFO encounters. Some seem to describe in detail encounters that seem to be from out of this world. A lot of these were from very credible witnesses. Some of these documents included topics like finding flying saucers in the woods, flying saucer crash sites, and about mysterious unknown aircraft that humans couldn't possess the technology to. Some documents are straight up labeled flying saucers, like we see in this memorandum from 1952. This discusses the large amount of flying saucers that have been showing up near US Air Force bases. If you take some time to dig through these files that were classified for more than 60 years, you might be rather convinced our government knows more than they're letting on to. Bill Clinton claims to have been denied when attempting to access more detailed files about UFOs. Number 5. NASA cover-ups. The government agency who probably knows most about UFOs and extraterrestrials is NASA. Many conspiracy theorists claim that NASA will cut out live feed from their International Space Station as soon as a UFO or something mysterious comes into view. Here in this photo, you see a donut-shaped unidentified flying object flying around the Earth. When it was captured on live feed, NASA mysteriously happened to lose connection. Many other well-respected astronauts have claimed to have made contact with mysterious lights or spacecraft. Even Buzz Aldrin, one of our most well-known astronauts, claimed to have seen something fly alongside them during the Apollo 11 incident. They believed at first it was a detached rocket, but they later found out it was 6,000 miles away from them. Number 4. UFO sightings and crashes. If you venture off to certain parts of the world, many people will be ready to give you an in-depth, detailed description of UFO sightings and their story behind it. Although the common citizen might not always be the most reliable source out there, it's hard to completely ignore the sheer number of abduction stories and UFO sightings in the world. If someone like a priest were to come forward about a UFO crash, would it be more believable? In 1941, a well-known Reverend William Huffman claimed on his deathbed to have summoned to pray over the bodies of aliens at a crash site in Girardeau, Missouri. A former Canadian Prime Minister, Paul Hellyer, has also accused world leaders of covering up presence of UFOs, urging them to release them. A well-known Lockheed Martin scientist who worked at Area 51 named Bush Boydman made a deathbed confession stating that he reverse-engineered an alien aircraft that crashed at Roswell that used anti-gravity. Is everyone completely crazy, or are these credible witnesses stating the truth? Number 3. Technological advancements. Dr. Wernher von Braun, the inventor of the V-2 rockets and eventually the main engineer of the Saturn V project that took us to the moon, believed that many of our advanced technologies were not from our solar system. From sticks and stones being our first weapons, to thermonuclear weapons that we use now, capable of demolishing entire cities. You have to wonder how mankind was able to advance so drastically within such a short time span. After looking closer into technology that we take for granted today, such as fiber optics, laser technology, and microchips, many of these were developed around the same time after the Roswell crash in 1947. This leads people to believe that technology found at the crash site was reverse engineered and humans learned to create extraterrestrial technologies on their own. Number 2. Alien hand of Peru. Besides theories and blurry images, it might be a little bit difficult to believe that aliens could exist without some physical evidence. Even if it was found, many people would be quick to dismiss it as a hoax. Recently, in 2017, some people were exploring some tunnels in Peru and came across this mysterious hand-shaped artifact, which could be physical proof. It has a total of 3 fingers and 6 bones, and no scientist has been able to figure out what exactly it came from. They determined that it was not human, but still made up of bones and skin. Alongside the hand, this mysterious skull was found as well. Plans are still being made for DNA testing and radiocarbon dating. There have been quite a few mysterious ancient sites in Peru, like the Nazca Lines and Sacsay Woman, which could prove some contact with aliens in this region. Number 1. Life forms on meteorites. Each day, meteorites fall from the sky, but many are reduced to dust by the time they reach Earth. Some of these meteorites have contained microfossils, meaning fossilized remains of microorganisms. This is the case of the Murchison meteorite that was analyzed by Richard B. Hoover and was believed to have been from a comet outside our solar system. He also photographed what he believed to be fossilized nanobacteria, which are single-celled organisms. There was also the Shargati meteorite found in India, which contains evidence of biofilm, suggesting primitive life on Mars at some point. Although it might not be the complex, multi-celled aliens we're accustomed to seeing on the big screen, it's still a sign of life on other planets.